Some people ask me where I get my inspiration for art designs. Well, I was looking for a rug for my patio the other day, and I came across a beautiful rug with an animal print. Normally I don't like them, but I thought I'd throw some shades in it and create these. Getting in touch with my inner cat. It's not just random lines, it's all in the details. Let's get started. It's actually not that hard. You can do this at home. You can even do it with nail polish too. It's a little bit easier with gel because gel doesn't cure until you put it under a light. So I've got all my nails done except one that we'll do together. Okay, so I've painted one layer of the gel and it's cured. I'm working with Madam Glam today. So I've got a nice white and I'm going to use that. I've already put that down once and I'm going to put it on half the nail lengthwise. And it doesn't have to be exactly half. It's just approximately half. And then I've got the orange. If you're interested in this color, it's called Perfect Orange. And I'm just going to paint it on the other half. Now, if you get a little bit of white on there, just wipe it off on whatever you're working with. And if you get anything on the cuticle, just wipe it over with a cuticle stick. Often I just do it with my finger. Do it with the fingernail, not your finger. And then I just get a brush that I'm going to use to blend. Now this is why it does not have to be perfect, because you're simply just going to sort of try to blend these two together. And as you blend the orange and the white, we'll create a bit of a yellow tone. That's just going to come up naturally as you mix the two. And this doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you can see with the design over top, if you have any what you think are imperfections, it doesn't really matter so much for this design. So this doesn't have to be a super smooth blend. And I will get a cotton pad, put a little bit of alcohol on it, and keep it on your coaster so you can clean off the brush. And so I'm just gently trying to fade them a little in between the two. And you don't have to do this. If you wanted, you could paint the whole thing orange. You could paint the whole thing white, just leave it at white. You could do whatever you want. This is just what I did for this particular look.
The gradient's really nice though, I like it.
It is pretty, isn't it? Especially with these two colors. One thing I do find, just a little tiny tip, being that it's all in the details, try to get color right to the edge. Don't leave any white exposed under there. If you can see, Cameraman, can you zoom in on this one? So this little gap, I mean, I'm pointing on my imperfections, but that's the only way I get better, right? If you can see that little gap right in there, I just didn't bring the color all the way to the edge. So it just looks like a gap and I don't like it. So I'm just telling you, if you are particular and you don't like it, just bring the color all the way to the side. That's what I'm just learning every time I do a design. I learn something new. So just bring it right to the side. To me, it just looks a lot better, that's all. Okay, well, that's nicely blended. I think I'm going to just leave that. I'm happy with that. So as soon as you get something you're happy with, you just nuke it. Got my Madam Glam lamp. Okay, well, that's pretty. Now we get to do the stripes. So now you need a black, and I just put it on this little like coaster I bought on vacation. Here's the black. You don't need much of this at all. Just put a little dab. I should say, if you are doing this with nail polish, you want to create that blend, you can still do it with the brushes. Maybe just find an old nail polish bottle and clean it up, like clean it with acetone and get rid of all the color, and use that brush as your blending brush, just so you don't contaminate. You could do that with the gel too if you didn't want to, clean the brush. If you don't have an extra brush, you can blend it with the one brush and then just clean it before you put it back in your bottle. Or you could sponge it too. That's one thing you could do with polish. You can't really sponge gel. Okay, so now we're going to paint the stripes. So on this site that I was looking for this rug, I came across an animal print and I realized they're really just not kind of like striped like this. They have very intricate patterns. And so when I started to paint it on, I realized how cool it really looks. And so I'm just copying those intricate patterns. So what I sort of learned, it's like the spine of the fur coming down. So it's all the way kind of down the nail, but it's not just one direct line. It's really broken up. And as it comes down the nail, it breaks off into little patterns on the side. Just to sort of make a reference. And then within those patterns, you follow a stripe all the way down. And it's that little difference in the detail that just made it look, I think it just made it look more real. Now, if your gel is has a little bit of movement to it, you can nuke it in between and then keep going. But if you feel like it's hanging on there pretty good, then you don't have to. You can just keep going until you're done. Sometimes, when I mean about movement, sometimes it'll just sort of widen that stripe a little bit. And you may not want it a little bit wider. You may want it to be quite thin, right? A lot of repetition. Even though it looks random, they do follow each other. It's like taking a bunch of stripes together and then just sort of wonking it, like distorting it a little bit. That's sort of what the stripes sort of said to me anyway. Okay, I like that. I'm going to nuke that. Okay, so now I'm just going to top coat. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, really nice.
Isn't that pretty? You like that one?
Oh, I love it, yeah.
Very pretty. And I see that I went a little more intense with the orange on this one than I did the other fingers. And I don't know if you notice I switched sides on them. Like this one's the orange on this side and then the orange is on this side.
Very nice.
It's
I love
really pretty, isn't it?
I'd wear a shirt that looks like that.
Yeah,
sure.
you would. Well, you wore a Terminator shirt.
I like bright orange. It's something about it.
Everybody's got their own style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm going to just top coat this. And you can top coat this with a matte. I tend to always go for shiny. And, you know, I do like the mattes. I think I'm going to have to break out the mattes and start working with it because I do like them, especially on pastels. That polish is nice. I haven't really worked with Madame Glam much. It's really nice. I like it. That's cute. Okay, give that a nuke, and I think we can check out the Tiger reveals. I wonder what it would look like with different colors, like maybe a purple or even reds. Probably look really cool too. But that's a quick little design that you can do for yourself. And you can even practice those stripes on maybe a piece of paper and a pen maybe before you take it to the nail so you know exactly where you're going to put it. That's great. I like it. Thanks for joining me, you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.